Please be seated. I am delighted to welcome you to the diploma ceremony for the 2018 graduates of the Case Western Reserve University School of Medicine. This is a very special ceremony. The class represents the modern iteration of Case Western Reserve University School of Medicine. Today, we graduate 195 students. In our university program, 163 of them experienced our innovative Western Reserve II curriculum. This curriculum is built on the pillars of scholarship, clinical mastery, population health sciences, leadership, and civic professionalism. We have added to their experience rich collaboration with the other health profession students, which will be of value for the rest of their careers. Our curriculum has attracted international attention and is designed to educate the physicians of the future, always learning and always focused on the patient. Today, we graduate 7 students from our medical scientist training program. These students also experienced the Western Reserve II curriculum to attain their MD degree, but also created a PhD in one of our basic and translational science disciplines. The Case Western Reserve University School of Medicine was among the first to develop such a program in 1956 in tandem with the so-called new curriculum at that time, well before the NIH began to support such programs. Indeed, the highly competitive federal grant that supports our program has been continuously funded for more than 40 years in testimony to the quality and success of these graduates in becoming physician scientists. We also graduate 4 students who will also receive a DMD in oral and maxillofacial surgery. They have completed their dental school training and gone on for a 5th year to their medical surgery training. Finally, we graduate 32 students from the Cleveland Clinic Lerner College of Medicine. The college track combines innovative problem-based education with emphasis on scientific research and a unique 5-year program designed to develop the clinical research physicians of tomorrow. In all of our programs, this year's class has attained intellectual mastery of the curriculum. They have also internalized the core humanistic values of our profession. They go forward as our ambassadors to some of the finest residency programs in the country. To our graduates, this ceremony marks the end of your life as a layperson and the beginning of your life as a physician. This long-awaited, richly deserved celebration also confers on you substantial professional responsibility. I now ask the candidates for the MD degree to stand and turn to the audience. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the class of 2018, Case Western Reserve University School of Medicine. Thank you. Now, it should go without saying that you, the class of 2018, did not reach this point alone. The love and support of your families and friends have sustained and nurtured you and will continue to be necessary as you engage in the profession. I now ask the parents, grandparents, spouses, and children of our graduates to stand and be saluted by the class that you helped to create. Please be seated, and I will introduce to you some of the distinguished physicians and scientists seated on the podium today. I ask each of our guests to stand when I introduce you and remain standing until all have been introduced so the audience can acknowledge you then. Our students from the Lerner College and the university program came together in the clinical years to enjoy the rich learning experiences provided at our affiliated hospitals, each of which has a distinctive flavor and each of which has worked to make the clinical lessons of our students absorbing and exhilarating. Today we have with us Dr. Bernard Boulanger, Executive Vice President, Chief Clinical Officer, and Senior Associate Dean for the Metro Health System. Dr. Margaret F. Kennard, Deputy Chief of Staff, Northeast Ohio VA Healthcare System. Dr. Robin Strosacker, Vice President and Chief Medical Officer, University Hospitals Cleveland Medical Center. Dr. Tomislav Mahalo-Vaq, President and Chief Executive Officer of the Cleveland Clinic. Thank you. The guiding hands of all of these physicians have made the medical enterprise in Cleveland the spectacular patient-centered learning environment that you have enjoyed. I thank you all for your support of the School of Medicine. Please be seated. Also with us today is Dr. R. Bruce Cameron, the President of the Academy of Medicine of Cleveland and Northern Ohio, who represents the welcome extended to the profession by its newest members. Bruce? Bruce? Thank you. In the front two rows on stage is a platform party composed of the faculty marshals for commencement, our distinguished speaker and the deans of education and admissions, and the interim executive dean of the Cleveland Clinic Lerner College of Medicine, and they will be introduced individually as we go on. Included as faculty marshals are the society deans, who have advised, stimulated, encouraged, and inspired the class with their dedication and enthusiasm. We have one newly named society dean joining us today who has assumed his own critical role in medical education. And in addition, we welcome our department chairs and administrators who keep the school running and the educational process humming. At the core of the educational process, though, is the faculty, some of whom are seated behind the platform party and department chairs, behind our distinguished emeriti. The faculty are the heart and soul of Case Western Reserve. Thank you for all you do for our students, our patients, and one another. We're pleased to recognize at this ceremony faculty awards that were presented yesterday. The Leonard Tao Humanism in Medicine Award was presented to Natalie Hinchcliffe. She deserves our admiration and adulation. Please stand to be recognized, Natalie. And in addition, the 2018 Faculty Gender Equity Award was presented to Dr. Lena Maida. In recognition of the importance of the faculty, the Kaiser Permanente Awards for Excellence in Teaching are presented at commencement. These awards are presented by members of the graduating class. I would like to introduce you to Carly Schmidt, who will present the award for preclinical instruction to a faculty member from the university program.
Thank you. To see, it's still morning. This morning, I have the honor of presenting a Kaiser Permanente Excellence in Teaching Award to a faculty member who has been a part of my medical education since the first Tuesday of medical school. He is a compassionate physician and a truly dedicated educator who works hard to ensure that our education at Case Western Reserve University focuses not only on the science, but on the art and humanity of medicine by continually reminding us to look past the disease to see the human being in front of us, and to always strive for wellness amidst the chaos of our own busy lives. This award recognizes talent and passion for educating the next generation. Therefore, I find it even more special to be giving this award to him today, as his daughter is among our graduating class. I am so pleased to present the Kaiser Permanente Excellence in Teaching Award to Dr. Ted Perrin, Jr.
I would like to call upon Andrew Bowen to present the award for preclinical instruction in the college program.
It's an honor to present the Kaiser Award for the preclinical years at Cleveland Clinic Lerner College of Medicine. As a graduating CCLCM student, I am firsthand witness to the transformation that occurs during the first 2 years of a learner student's education. From the very beginning, students are given the responsibility to equip themselves as well as their peers in medical knowledge. This primarily occurs through problem-based learning sessions that the first 2 years revolve around. While the students are responsible for driving their learning, it is the instructors who create the problem-based cases and create the curriculum that are the true guides through the different organ systems. There's a lot of information that needs to be learned in such a very little amount of time, so it's truly special when an instructor not only presents the information, but also provides a concise, clear framework from which to develop an understanding of an organ system. On behalf of my colleagues, we feel that Dr. Michael Leotis was such a special instructor. Dr. Leotis is not only devotes himself to as an educator, but also as an innovator in medical education. And he spent time helping improve the presentation of renal anatomy using the HoloLens system. It is my great pleasure to present this award to you, Dr. Leotis. Congratulations.
I introduce you to Stephen Reithel, who will present the Kaiser Permanente Award for 2018 to the winning clinical faculty member in the college program.
The winner this year for the college track Kaiser Permanente Excellence in Clinical Teaching Award is Dr. Womack Stokes. He was a clinical mentor of mine in obstetrics and gynecology, and every day brought with him an excitement and enthusiasm for teaching that was infectious. He modeled how to deliver compassionate and professional care for his patients. In his teaching, he is known to be dynamic, the kind of teacher that brings out the best in his students. Indeed, his constructive criticisms are some of the most useful feedback I've received, as he identifies how students can get better every day. I want to add that he's a lot of fun to be around and a lot of fun to learn from. And when I had clinic with him, I knew I wanted to work that much harder. As a clinical teacher, he's a role model for what clinical teaching can ideally look like. He's my personal role model for how to be a great clinical mentor. Congratulations, Dr. Stokes.
I call upon Brennan Brown, who will tell you about the Kaiser Award-winning faculty member from a clinical department in the university program.
Hello. So it's a privilege to present the Kaiser Permanente Excellence in Clinical Teaching Award to Dr. Nathan Stayhauer. He is an assistant professor of internal medicine and pediatrics at the University Hospital's Cleveland Medical Center. He's also the program director for medicine and pediatrics residency. He's a teaching attending. He was thoughtful and deliberate in his approach to medical education. He is intentional in sharing his clinical knowledge in the hospital wards, while also helping to educate and empower his patients. He's just as intentional about engaging with medical students as invaluable members of the patient care team. He consistently shows a level of kindness and compassion that is unforgettable to his patients and to those trainees who have the pleasure of working with him. Dr. Stayhauer is an excellent physician educator who practices with impeccable care and dedication to medical students. It is truly an honor to recognize him today with this award.
Wow. They're great clinicians, great researchers, great teachers. We have been privileged at CWRU to have 3 educational tracks: the university track, the medical scientist track, and the most recently developed track, the Cleveland Clinic Learner College of Medicine. The richness of opportunity is an enormous advantage at our medical school. I now invite Dr. Mahalo-Vaq to the program to offer his thoughts about educating physicians for the clinical research that we will face in these challenging times. Dr. Mahalo-Vaq is a graduate of the medical school at the University of Zagreb in Croatia and trained in cardiac surgery at the University of Zurich, Switzerland, before his residencies at Brigham and Women's Hospital and Children's Hospital in Boston. He's performed more than 3,000 operations, and his academic achievements include over 130 publications as well as textbook chapters on robotic and minimally invasive surgery, and a patent for a novel system on minimally invasive cardiac surgery. Dr. Mahalo-Vaq came to Cleveland in 2004 and later became Chief of Staff and Chairman of the Heart and Vascular Institute at Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi, where he launched the most advanced cardiovascular program in the Middle East. In 2015, he was named CEO of the Cleveland Clinic Abu Dhabi and oversaw the opening of a new 365-bed hospital and clinic. Under his leadership, the hospital expanded its treatment capabilities and established a reputation for excellence. Dr. Mahalo-Vaq was appointed president and CEO of the Cleveland Clinic in January of this year, and now oversees a healthcare system with tens of thousands of caregivers and multiple facilities in Ohio, Florida, Nevada, Canada, Abu Dhabi, and soon London, England. I invite him to share his thoughts with us. Please welcome Dr. Mahalo-Vaq.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Dean Davis. How are you guys doing? Class of 2018, doing all right? Wonderful to see you. Wonderful to see you smiling. I would also like to recognize and welcome your family and friends and your dearest ones who are supporting you today. And I know that you've been on a receiving end of a lot of advice. Is that right? Wonderful speeches that you've heard, and by people who have accomplished so much. So I'm just going to steal about 3 or 4 minutes of your time to tell you my personal story about an advice, but then about a follow-through, and about the learnings along the journey. So you've heard Dr. Cosgrove speak about the value of failure, the value of persistence, and Toby recruited me to come to Cleveland from Boston. And during the recruitment conversations, I was then a young career cardiac surgeon asking one question. I said, Toby, what would you like me to do? Because you could be, a surgeon of a variety of different shapes and forms. And he looked me in the eye and said, no, I don't understand the question. He says, you can be whoever you want to be. He said, there's only one condition. You have to become the best in the world in doing so. The best career advice I have ever received. That's the advice. How about a follow-through? Then you come to the Cleveland Clinic, and you're all fired up, enthusiastic, just like you are, and then quickly you find out that the opportunities that you would like to pursue are not available. Okay? Many things that seem attractive today are either being occupied by your senior mentors, by people who've been in a job for much longer, so you have a choice to go back in a line and wait until your time comes. Or you have an alternative choice and you take on something that nobody else wants to do. And there are many jobs that carry value, yet nobody wants to take on. So back in the days in cardiac surgery, there used to be robotic heart surgery. You know, today it is an attractive field. Back then, nobody wanted to touch it. It was too complicated, it was too long, it was just too risky. And yet, you know, somebody had to do it, so I volunteered. And our team, over the course of 6 years, built the largest robotic cardiac surgical program in the world and contributed to the improvement of lives of thousands and thousands of patients worldwide. Now, the next big opportunity came in Abu Dhabi, and not because I had any special managerial skills or leadership track record, it was just because that was the job that nobody wanted. There was not a single person in our department, let alone in an entire hospital, who thought that going over to 7,000 miles away from main campus in the height of your academic and surgical career is a wise choice. Yet it turned out to be a transformational endeavor for me personally, but that is less important. But we transformed the way that the healthcare is delivered in that part of the world. Okay, so now learnings. So what should you get out of this brief story or stories? The first one is insisting on becoming the best in the world, or the best that you can be, is really, really important, because the lessons that you learn through struggles will shape you as a person, will help you advance your career, and going to be translatable to anything, absolutely anything that you decide to do in your future. And the second thing is that there are very many diamonds in the rough. There are very many opportunities that nobody wants to take. And oftentimes the greatest achievement in today's times were just diamonds in the rough and things that nobody else wanted to do. So I strongly suggest that you consider going after them. There are a number of advantages. First of all, there's no waiting lines because nobody wants to do the job. Second, you have a lot of freedom because nobody wants to manage the job that nobody wants to do. And then three, once you create an impact, you'll be so far ahead of everybody else because nobody even wanted to start a job that you're going to create a competitive advantage. So you get all advantages of hard work, persistence baked into one. So at the beginning of your professional journey, I hope that all of the advices and speeches that you've gotten are going to give you a foundation for deeper thought, for persistence, and I certainly hope that you're going to have also fun along the way. I congratulate you one more time, and I wish you all the best in your future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Mahalo-Vaq, for those words of wisdom. So today we have a most distinguished medical leader for our keynote speaker, Dr. Thomas Boat. Dr. Boat is Dean Emeritus of the College of Medicine at the University of Cincinnati and Cincinnati Children's Hospital Medical Center. Dr. Boat received his medical degree from the University of Iowa, then completed a pediatric residency at the University of Minnesota Hospitals, followed by a fellowship at the NIH and University Hospitals of Cleveland in pediatric pulmonology. Early in his career, Dr. Boat's work helped define the pathophysiology of airway dysfunction, especially the role of mucus secretion for the chronic lung diseases of childhood, such as cystic fibrosis. He has contributed both locally and nationally to improve research, subspecialty training, and clinical care in pediatrics, and in the more recent decades has maintained a special focus on children's mental health. He served on the faculty at Case Western Reserve University and rose to the rank of professor before being tapped to chair the Department of Pediatrics at the University of North Carolina. After 10 years in that role, he accepted the position of physician-in-chief at the Children's University Medical Center in Cincinnati, where he catalyzed the rise of that hospital to one of the top few pediatric research and clinical powerhouses in the United States. In his time at the University of Cincinnati, Dr. Boat was a key voice in unifying more than a dozen separate faculty practices into one University of Cincinnati entity, which is no mean feat. Before serving as dean, Dr. Boat served as physician-in-chief at Cincinnati Children's Hospital, director of the Cincinnati Children's Research Foundation, and chairman of the College of Medicine's Department of Pediatrics. And he spent 4 years in the deanship. He has been recognized with numerous awards, including the St. Jean Award from the Federation of Pediatric Organizations, the Global Ronald McDonald House Charities Award of Excellence. He's an active member of many prestigious organizations, including the National Academy of Medicine, formerly known as the Institute of Medicine. He served as both co-chair of the IOM's Committee on the Prevention of Mental Disorders and Substance Abuse Among Children, Youth, and Young Adults, and chair of the IOM Committee on Accelerated Research and Product Development for Rare Diseases. He was also president of the Society for Pediatric Research and the American Pediatric Society, which recently awarded him the 2018 John Howland Award, which is the Society's highest honor. He's been a tireless advocate for children for his entire career. Please welcome Dr. Boat.
Thank you, Dean Davis, for that welcome and for that gracious introduction. Really feels good to be here with you today and to be a part. You know, that's part of being in a children's hospital, and it just feels right. And to be a part of the Case Western Reserve University School of Medicine family. I came to Cleveland and to Case Western Reserve in 1970. This was a time of considerable social upheaval in the country, just a few months after the gut-wrenching events at Kent State. And the students were considerably scruffier than you look today. They were also very opinionated and not very respectful of people who didn't share their opinion. On the other hand, they made their mark in American medicine, just as you are going to make your mark. So I spent 12 happy, career-shaping years living in Cleveland Heights, riding up and down Cedar Hill on my bicycle, at least for the 4 or 5 months when it wasn't snowing. And working at Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital, which is still one of my very favorite places. However, this is the first time I've been invited to a graduation ceremony at Case Western Reserve University. So it is a double honor to be here with you today and to offer my heartiest congratulations and my best wishes to each one of you. The first thing I want to say to you is celebrate your success. You've worked hard, you've responded to many challenges, and emerged as a physician with great potential. Each one of you should have an enormous sense of satisfaction about what you've accomplished to date. I know that your family and friends here today are most proud of what you have attained. Celebrate with those who have supported you and encouraged you. Reality will be here all too soon. I am fully aware, having presided over a number of medical school graduations, that I'm a major obstacle to your time up here on the stage and getting hooded and getting that piece of paper. I know your degree was conferred this morning, but that paper is important for you. So I am not going to keep you anxiously waiting at least too long. This morning I'd like to talk to you about opportunity, and I will play off what were opportunities for me as my career developed, opportunities that are still very, very important for American medicine and in which you can participate. Success brings the opportunity to engage in the next level, and for many of you, or most of you, that's going to be residency training. And you should move on with a sense of enthusiasm and confidence. You have been educated and trained in one of the best medical schools in the country, no doubt. This was true 40 years ago when I was part of the CWRU faculty, and it's still true today. Opportunities loom large in your future. Your challenges will be to recognize those opportunities and make choices that will allow you to take advantage of your learning to date, as well as your eagerness to continue learning and application of that learning to improve health outcomes. I also wish for you a sense of professional satisfaction that is important for your health and your well-being. You are fortunate. No matter what specialty you have chosen, there are many more opportunities now than when I graduated for participation in leadership and efforts to improve health, whether it be for individuals or at a population level. I'm going to share with you my thoughts about 3 categories of opportunity. Some of you will contribute to or harness the current explosion of advances in biomedical sciences, in engineering and technology. As an example, I hope that some of you see opportunities to discover the genetic and metabolic pathways leading to the thousands of rare or orphan diseases that beg for better understanding of their pathogenesis or treatment options. These are diseases that in themselves are infrequent, but in aggregate account for much of the chronic disease in our country, chronic disease for children and also increasingly for adults. For these disorders, patient and family needs will be met optimally by creating centers of excellence for care, where research can be translated into outcomes improvement, another opportunity for some of you. After years of anticipation, cell therapies and gene therapies are moving into application. Precision therapies, due to biomedical advances, are not only possible today for a growing number of rare diseases, but for some of the common diseases, a good example being a number of the cancers. Opportunities for cures or extended improvement are published in the medical literature at an accelerating pace. Joining in the excitement of translating biomedical innovation to practice has many potential awards. If any of you want to get into mucus research, I'll talk with you afterwards. Along with advances comes another challenge, figuring out how to reap the benefits of this research without breaking the bank for individuals, for our health system, and even for the U.S. economy. You are all aware of the rapid escalation of cost, for example, for drugs and biologics that more effectively treat disabling and life-threatening conditions. As physicians, we will need to be a part of the conversation and hopefully contribute to solutions that provide access and value for all health care provided in our systems. On to the second category of opportunities. Precision therapy has broader dimensions than genetic or molecular medicine. Precision also includes how the right treatment can be made available to the right patients at the right time to attain the best health outcomes for them. Outcomes of care will depend on clinical systems that reliably offer evidence-based care, as well as understand and meet the needs and preferences of each patient. Much of what is prescribed today does not result in patient utilization and benefit. We really need to learn how to help our patients with self-management. There are many reasons why there are problems in this area, but I'd like to consider with you a general approach that is getting increasing attention. It starts with recognizing who we are as physicians. We are not caregivers. We can be providers of care options, educators, and resources for our patients, but unless we partner with patients and their families to identify and meet their health needs and preferences within the context of their daily lives, all the biological technology in the world will not result in optimal outcomes. So improvement of healthcare delivery is a critical science, and it begs for physician participation. It is my hope that some of you become leaders in health services improvement at the research or the clinical level, and are strong advocates for patient and family-focused medicine. For the remainder of my remarks, I will focus on a third dimension of healthcare services that has been, I think, relatively neglected, has not advanced in lockstep with diagnostic and therapeutic capabilities, and offers opportunity for all of us, no matter what our intended specialty may be, to improve the health and lives of those with whom we work. I am referring to the psychosocial dimensions of health. I don't have time today to explore thoughts about understanding and intervening for the social determinants of health, as important as they may be. I am increasingly aware that the behavioral dimensions of health loom large as determinants of overall health outcomes. I've learned that 40% of children and youth in our country will have encountered a diagnosable mental health disorder by 25 years of age. This 40% represents 70% of all individuals who over their lifetime will struggle with a disorder of mental health, and almost invariably related physical health problems. As a pediatrician, I recognize that early life events that are adverse, popularly called toxic stress, are encountered much too frequently, are antecedent to mental health problems and substance abuse, and also to related physical health problems. I also am increasingly aware that behavioral health promotion and risk prevention opportunities reside across the lifespan. As physicians, we don't have to be behavioral health specialists. We can be champions. We can be champions for improving behavioral health through the development of things like integrated practices that provide one-stop shopping, including prevention programs for all dimensions of health care. Unfortunately, the behavioral dimensions of health were long ago tucked into the province of psychiatrists and other behavioral health professionals. It is past time to recognize that behavioral and physical health are interdependent. They should not be segregated. Psychiatry will remain central for recognition and treatment of major mental disorders and can be an essential resource for everyone else in the behavioral health care area. More than a decade ago, the state of Massachusetts created a program where primary care physicians could call in real time to get consultation from a psychiatrist. And this has been replicated now in the majority of states in the country. Behavioral health must be a part of all health care. Risks for impaired behavioral health start before birth, and in fact, they are present before conception, and as such are intergenerational. All of us, whether we're pediatricians in the future, or obstetricians, or internists, or surgeons, must be contributors to behavioral health promotion and prevention of risks across the lifespan. I urge you to be a contributor to both the physical and the behavioral dimensions of health, no matter what your specialty may be. Hopefully, we are going to be calling health holistic, or as some people are calling it now, whole health in the future. Many of you will care for individuals with chronic diseases that are disabling and life-threatening, and I say care for advisedly because we as physicians, as I've said before, are not really the caregivers. For children with chronic disease, it's their parents. For children with, or for adults, it's often spouses or other family members. Caregiver behavioral health is key to family quality of life, satisfaction and happiness, and quality of care provided to their family member with a chronic disease. The need for family-focused attention to all dimensions of health is obvious, but we too often neglect considerations beyond those of our immediate patient. One way to view this situation as a physician is to be aware that probably more than 99% of caregiving is done outside our offices or the hospital, not by us. What are we doing to ensure that the caregivers at home are able to provide the best care day after day, month after month, or even year after year? In the past, we have regularly spelled out what we expect caregivers at home to do for patients. We have not done a good job supporting these caregivers to maintain the emotional and physical stamina to do what their child, spouse, or other loved one needs the most. So let me tell you about a program that we have developed at Cincinnati Children's in the Pulmonary Medicine Division. It's called CF Well. WELL stands for the Wellness, Education, and Learning Laboratory, and we recognize that families of children with CF live with pressures, stresses, exhaustion, and even despair that takes a toll on their health. In an international study, nearly 50% of mothers and almost as many fathers were anxious and/or depressed clinically in the first 3 years following the diagnosis of their child with CF. Can we prevent this outcome? It is important for the child because anxious and depressed parents certainly aren't optimal caregivers. In fact, parental depression may be a major contributor to the failures of adherence that we see with CF patients that occur when families take care of their children with many chronic diseases. We are good at prescribing. We fall far short of supporting parents to be responsive caregivers. Is this our problem as physicians? I believe so. The CF Well program has revamped parent orientation to the care of their child, acknowledging from the first encounter that a CF diagnosis is traumatic for the family, that CF care is stressful, and that behavioral consequences for parents are to be shared and attended to like any other health problem. We have emphasized the importance of lifestyle factors such as adequate sleep, family-focused exercise, or healthy nutrition. For many families, these dimensions of living with chronic disease have been neglected and are seen as a luxury rather than a necessity. We have helped families recognize when stress pops up that there are ways of mitigating or at least taking the edge off stress. Use of mindfulness or other mind-body techniques has been successfully employed. We also recognize that navigating school is often frustrating and stressful for the CF child and his or her parents. More children than we had realized are not succeeding in school. As a result, we've added a school specialist to bridge the family-school interface, helping children and parents navigate the school experience and prompting schools to be more responsive to the children's needs. So why am I telling you about this program? I am convinced that caring for the caregivers will have an important positive effect on the health outcomes for CF patients and also for the family. Will this translate to other chronic diseases of children and adults? I think so. And I hope that some of you will aspire to advance health at this medical frontier. As residents and practicing physicians, you'll have an opportunity to explore all the dimensions of health care. Be in the vanguard of the next generation of physicians who understand that health outcomes will improve if we attend to the psychosocial dimensions of patient and family health. Finally, let me say that the most important thing you can do is to take care of yourself and your loved ones. Everything that is important for your patients is important for you. There is no question that stress, anxiety, and other behavioral health concerns are greater for your generation than they were for students, residents, and practicing physicians when I was in that era. Physician dissatisfaction with their practice situations and burnout are at a concerning level. In part, this is situational. That is, expectations of health systems are at odds. with physician goals and expectations. I hope that many of you will embrace health systems leadership roles that better align system and health professionals' goals. Dissatisfaction also can be managed by adjusting personal expectations and managing personal stress. Remember the airline principle. Put your oxygen mask on first, and then help the other people. I wish you the very best in the next phase of your journey through lifelong learning. My wish is that you find a niche in medicine that will allow you to grow as a care provider and a supporter of caregivers, and that you find great satisfaction in your professional and personal lives. So graduates, opportunity is coming your way. Look for it, recognize it, respond to it, and in doing so, have a most fulfilling career.
Stay here for a second. Dr. Vogt, we're very grateful for your inspiring words. We have a small token of our appreciation, which we will not make you carry out of here. We will send it to you if you would prefer, which would probably be more convenient.
Thank you.
But thank you so much for what you've told us. And now I invite you to move to the diploma table and to help congratulate our graduates. Doctors Boulanger, Mahalo-Vaq, Strosacker, and Kennard, I invite you to join us as well to greet the graduates. So you will find your positions indicated on the floor. Faculty marshals, Doctors Franco and Hull, please take your places at the time. I would now like to introduce you to the faculty who will assist in the diploma presentation. Please take your positions as I introduce you. Dr. Pat Thomas, Vice Dean for Medical Education, and Dr. Bud Isaacson, Interim Executive Dean for the Cleveland Clinic Learner College, will actually deliver the diplomas. Oh, they were going to be very popular. Our society deans who will assist in hooding our graduates, Dr. Kent Smith, Dr. Stephen Riccinati, Dr. Todd Otteson, Dr. Marjorie Greenfield, Dr. Margaret Larkins Pettigrew, and Robin Society Dean Emeritus, Dr. Robert Haney. And the Chief Academic Officer of the Cleveland Clinic, Dr. James Young, will also assist in the hooding. Finally, Dr. Lena Maida, Associate Dean for Admissions, will introduce our graduates. And let the ceremony begin.
Graduates, please come forward as your name is called. Dr. Ahmed Abbas. Dr. Dania Abbas. Dr. Rebecca Aki, hooded by her mother, Dr. Susan Thomas. Dr. Emily Ahadizadeh, hooded by faculty member Dr. Suzanne Wish-Baratz. Dr. Hiba Akbari. Dr. Katrina Augustin, hooded by faculty member Kathy Cole Kelly. Dr. Ryan Augustine. Dr. Eric Babajanian, hooded by his father, Dr. Andre Babajanian. Dr. Benjamin Ball. Dr. Stephen Bigak, hooded by his uncle and faculty member, Dr. Robert Salata, class of '79. Dr. Daniel Binder. Dr. Mark Byro. Dr. Colin Blumenthal, hooded by his mother and faculty member, Dr. Jane Courtville, and by his father and faculty member, Dr. Daniel Blumenthal. Dr. Thomas Bomberger, hooded by his mother and faculty member, Dr. Elaine Thalner. Dr. Andrew Bowen, hooded by faculty member Dr. Paul Bryson. Dr. Garrett Brooks. Dr. Brennan Brown. Dr. Seth Brunner. Dr. James Bushbach. Dr. Victoria Bird, hooded by faculty member Dr. Susan Wentz. Dr. Stephanie Caldwell. Dr. Dana Canfield, hooded by faculty member Dr. Susan Wentz. Dr. Caitlin Carlton. Dr. Kyla Casey. Dr. Christine Chang, hooded by faculty member Dr. Richard Prayson, class of '88. Dr. Chodong Chen. Dr. Chanyu Chen. Dr. Olivia Cheng, hooded by her father and faculty member, Dr. Zhuangguo Cheng. Dr. Nathan Chertak, hooded by his mother, Dr. Ellen Sturman. Dr. Lisa Chi. Dr. April Choi, hooded by faculty member Kathy Cole Kelly. Dr. Jacob Christ, hooded by his partner, Dr. Christopher Loftus, class of 2016. Dr. Frank Seacatch. Dr. Heather Clark, hooded by faculty member Dr. Eric Perlman. Dr. Andrea Cohen. Dr. Charles Dye, hooded by faculty member Dr. Camille Sabella. Dr. Lou Dye. Dr. Zach Dale. Dr. Malik Darwish. Dr. Rodney Dixon Durand, hooded by faculty member Dr. Alex Wong. Dr. Mindy Young. Dr. Matthew Dyer. Dr. Sarah Elsakar, hooded by her mother, Dr. Mona Elsakar, and by her father, Dr. Ashraf Elsakar. Dr. Dylan Ely. Dr. K. Jane Fang. Dr. Jordan Fenner. Dr. Dan Furl, hooded by his significant other, Dr. Erica Yazawa. Dr. Teresa Fisher. Dr. Patrick Flanagan. Dr. Russell Frauchi. Dr. Heather Furman, hooded by faculty member Dr. Ari Levine. Dr. Yi Gao. Dr. Julian Gata, hooded by faculty member Dr. Robert Bonomo, class of '83. Dr. Kara Gavalek. Dr. Isaac Gonsa. Dr. Joseph Giesler. Dr. Heath Gould. Dr. Jacob Goyden. Dr. Alex Grubb, hooded by his father, Dr. Blair Grubb. Dr. Varsha Gupta. Dr. Sahejmeet Goraya, hooded by his mother, Dr. Raveen Kaur. Dr. Samuel Geyer, hooded by his sister, Dr. Carrie Geyer. Dr. Paige Hamilton. Dr. Anahid Hamparsumian. Dr. Amy Han. Dr. Allison Haupt, hooded by faculty member Dr. Michael Dell. Dr. Daniel Heddle. Dr. Jeremy Hill. Dr. Laura Hamil, hooded by her father, Dr. S. Paul Hamil, class of '89. Dr. Molly Howland, hooded by faculty member Kathy Cole Kelly. Dr. Tiffany Wong. Dr. Najah Hussain, hooded by her sister, Dr. Fariha Hussain. Dr. Allison Highland. Dr. James Ignacy Hoover, hooded by his wife, Dr. Allison Osborne, class of 2016. Dr. Sue Jang. Dr. Elise Kang. Dr. Kylie Kang. Dr. Emily Cow. Dr. Vishesh Khanna. Dr. Mitra Khosravi. Dr. Eugene Kim, hooded by his sister, Dr. Ellen Kim, class of 2015. Dr. Ji Yoon Kim. Dr. So Lim Kim. Dr. Margaret Nisley. Dr. Paul Koskum, hooded by his mother, Dr. Georgianne Zagarowicz. Dr. John Cozy, hooded by his father, Dr. David Cozy. Dr. Nathan Kwong. Dr. Kristen Lambert Jenkins. Dr. Claire Landefeld, hooded by her brother, Dr. John Landefeld. Dr. Min Lang. Dr. Claudia Lau, hooded by Dr. Susan Wentz. Dr. Mabel Lee, hooded by her father, Dr. Tai Kwong Lee. Dr. Mi Ji Lee. Dr. Daniel Lee, hooded by faculty member Dr. W.H. Tang. Dr. Samuel Lee. Dr. John Lipez, hooded by his mother, Dr. Christine Fan, and by his father, Dr. Jorge Lipez. Dr. Angela Liu. Dr. Zhang Liu. Dr. Eugenia Lau. Dr. Erica Magelke, hooded by faculty member Dr. Robert Dean. Dr. Deepa Manjunath. Dr. Leonard Marinas. Dr. Tyler Miller. Dr. Mary Montague. Dr. Catherine Monteleone. Dr. Megan Morisada, hooded by faculty member Dr. Michael Mackin. Dr. James Morrow. Dr. Madhuri Nishtala. Dr. Ifeinwa Nwankwo, hooded by faculty Kathy Cole Kelly. Dr. Patricia O'Connell. Dr. Jeffrey O'Donnell. Dr. Eric Offerman. Dr. Jennifer Palanch. Dr. Catherine Panic, hooded by her father, Dr. Joseph Polito. Dr. Anthony Panunzio, hooded by his sister, Dr. Andrea Panunzio, class of 2016. Dr. Haley Park. Dr. Krista Perrin, hooded by her grandfather and faculty member, Dr. Theodore Perrin Sr., and by her father and faculty member, Dr. Theodore Perrin Jr., class of 82. Dr. Nathan Pham. Dr. Christina Pindar, hooded by Dr. Susan Wentz. Dr. Jessica Povlinski. Dr. Nicholas Prayson, hooded by his mother and faculty member, Dr. Elizabeth O'Toole, class of 88, and by his father and faculty member, Dr. Richard Prayson, class of 88. Dr. Stephen Rathel, hooded by his father, Dr. Daniel Rathel. Dr. Rubina Ratnaparki. Dr. Jessica Ray. Dr. Daniel Reese. Dr. Benjamin Reed. Dr. Kyle Rismiller. Dr. Maricruz Rivera, hooded by faculty member Dr. Tanya Teakouts. Dr. Hannah Robinson, hooded by her mother, Dr. Tracy Orkin. Dr. Eileen Russell. Dr. Sharif Sabeh, hooded by his mother, Dr. Ragia Sabeh, by his father, Dr. Ahmed Sabeh, by his sister, Dr. Mara Sabeh, class of 2007, and by his brother, Dr. Ashraf Sabeh, class of 2005. Dr. Nitin Saljunkala, hooded by faculty member Dr. Jeffrey Claridge. Dr. Ida Samad, hooded by faculty member Kathy Cole Kelly. Dr. Tara Sardesai, hooded by her mother, Dr. Smita Sardesai, and by her brother, Dr. Neil Sardesai. Dr. Jonathan Savakis. Dr. Alex Schmidt. Dr. Carly Schmidt, hooded by faculty member Dr. Catherine Miller. Dr. Daniel Sexton. Dr. Nematullah Sharaf. Dr. Akshay Sharma, hooded by his mother, Dr. Anu Sharma. Dr. Yang Shun. Dr. Helen Shi. Dr. Yuwen Shi. Dr. Paul Shivers. Dr. Shirley Hsu. Dr. Erin Syke, hooded by her sister, Dr. Rachel Syke. Dr. Julia Simkowski. Dr. Nakul Singh, hooded by his mother and faculty member, Dr. Annapurna Singh, and by his father and faculty member, Dr. Arun Singh. Dr. Sahana Somashekar. Dr. Ann Song. Dr. Nicole Stegmeyer. Dr. Emily Stott. Dr. Jacqueline Stuber. Dr. Shyam Sundaresh, hooded by his father, Dr. K.V. Sundaresh. Dr. Marco Swanson, hooded by his father, Dr. Mark Swanson. Dr. Roy Swanson, hooded by his father, Dr. Mark Swanson. Dr. Felicia Tang. Dr. Mohammed Tariq. Dr. Michael T. Dr. Shira Toyster, hooded by faculty member Dr. Michael Dell. Dr. Sheena Tsai. Dr. Karen Sung. Dr. Eric Tai. Dr. Locke Valentis. Dr. Vanessa Van Doren. Dr. Jay Van Etten. Dr. Matthew Varley. Dr. Emily Verbus. Dr. Alexander Votruba. Dr. Karen Way, hooded by her father, Dr. Stephen Way. Dr. David Wang. Dr. John Wang. Dr. Kevin Wang. Dr. Xiaoyu Wang. Dr. Jonathan Wanta, hooded by his sister, Dr. Caitlin Wanta. Dr. Connor Wathen. Dr. Allison Weaver. Dr. Krista Wendt. Dr. Emily Wessling. Dr. Meredith Sorensen Whitney. Dr. Avia Wilkerson. Dr. Drew Williamson, hooded by his mother, Dr. Juliet Kendrick. Dr. Aaron Womer. Dr. Dee Yan. Dr. Emma Ye. Dr. Rebecca Ye, hooded by her father, Dr. Jay Ye. Dr. Ao Zhang. Dr. Dahlia Zhang, hooded by her father, Dr. Rengsheng Victor Zhang. Dr. Jin Zhang. Dr. Laura Zoglin. Congratulations, graduates.
Wow. Now I ask Dr. Stephen Ricconati to lead the recitation of the Hippocratic Oath.
At matriculation, students from the university program, the college program, and the medical scientist training program worked together to craft their own oath of medical professionalism, which they recited at the white coat ceremony, thereby marking their entry into the study of medicine. Today, you have earned the right to recite the Hippocratic Oath. If the class of 2018 please stand and turn to page 19 in your program, I will get you started. Now being admitted to the profession of medicine, I solemnly pledge to consecrate my life to the service of humanity. I will give respect and gratitude to my deserving teachers. I will practice medicine with conscience and dignity. The health and the life of my patients will be my first consideration. I will hold in confidence all that my patient confides in me. I will maintain the honor and the noble traditions of the medical profession. I will not permit consideration of race, religion, nationality, sexual orientation, party politics, or social standing to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. Even under the threat, I will not use my knowledge contrary to the laws of humanity. These promises I make freely and upon my honor.
Congratulations. You may be seated. So today, you enter an ancient profession that provides, as exemplified by Dr. Boat's remarkable career, unparalleled opportunities for service, the chance to change the world, and a very special window into the lives of your patients. You will experience from a unique perspective the full range of the human spirit. You'll take on daunting responsibilities. You will hold human life in your hands. But you've been prepared, and you can make a difference in the world, one life at a time. Some of you will practice medicine, ameliorating suffering and preserving health for your patients day by day. Some of you will take on the challenges of research and will change the practice of medicine and impact many lives for years to come. Some of you will enter public health and perform great service that affects the health of nations. Whatever path that you choose, just as you have conquered vast worlds of learning to arrive here today, there are vast opportunities for discovery and service ahead. There is much still to learn, and you must now commit yourselves to the endless pursuit of knowledge in the service of your patients. But you must also retain the enthusiasm, hope, and expectancy that you feel now. In our profession, cynicism is as much the enemy as disease. Your professors and colleagues at Case Western Reserve School of Medicine have helped to shape your values just as we trained your mind. May these values sustain you during unsettled times. You're ambassadors for Case Western Reserve as you enter those great residencies and later the practices and institutions that you will serve. We have every confidence that you will represent us with honor and integrity. My newest physician colleagues, the doctors of the class of 2018, I wish you all the best. Congratulations. So we ask our guests to remain seated until the academic procession, including the graduates, has exited. The bagpipers will lead us up the road to the reception in the Biomedical Research Building. If you're not attending the reception, please go directly to your vehicles. If you're unable to walk to the reception, please exit via the East Boulevard doors, and we will have shuttles to the reception available. Ushers are available to assist individuals with special needs. Guests are asked to remain seated, as I said, until the academic procession has exited.